So what does a $30 mouse get you in 2025? Well, if this is anything to go by, a whole lot more than you'd expect. This is the Inphic IN9. And Inphic is one of those companies that has gotten really good at packing a spec sheet. Their whole game is loading up peripherals with features you'd normally find in much more expensive products. This IN9 is their take on a do-it-all wireless mouse, and on paper, it's kind of impressive. You've got tri-mode connectivity, programmable buttons, RGB, a rechargeable battery, all for the price of around $30. That's a big question, right? With a price that low and a spec sheet that long, there have to be some compromises, right? So I've been using it for the last week for my daily workflow, video editing, work, to find out exactly what these compromises might be. Now, first of all, the design and ergonomics. It's an all plastic build, which you'd expect, but I'm happy to report it feels pretty solid. There's no major creaking or flexing. It's lightweight, it doesn't feel hollow or cheap for the build quality. It's kind of punching above its weight class, I would say, and that thumbs up for that. And the buttons right here, they are the kind of, you can hear a little bit, but they're kind of muted, but you still hear them. So it's not going to annoy everyone in the coffee shop or the office. It's all around you, which is great, but you still kind of know when you've clicked on something, much better than a trackpad, which feels smooth and you don't kind of have that connectivity or that sensation. So speaking of connectivity, let's talk about tri-mode. So tri-mode is three different things. It means that you can connect it via USB-C, which is included, and you can toss it in your backpack, head to the coffee shop, not have that with you, open up your laptop or iPad, some people like to connect it that way, and connect via Bluetooth. But it also has a dongle for seamless wireless connection as well, and you can use that for your desktop, or if your laptop has USB still, it'll work that way. So that's a workflow pretty much now reserved for mice that cost much more, and the flexibility is legitimate. It's a flagship feature. The fact that this works so seamlessly is a huge win, and honestly, the feature alone is kind of wild. If you're finding the breakdown useful so far, kind of hit the like and subscribe button below. That'd be awesome. It really help us out. Okay, my second favorite feature, simple, useful details. It charges with a USB-C like everything should in 2025, and like this little LED gauge built in. It's clean, it's an easy way to see the battery status at a glance. And it boasts about 100 hours of charge. So it also has an LED fuel gauge built in. It's a clean way to see your battery status at a glance. Right now you can see it's about 2/3 full. It's a small thing, but it shows good attention to detail. By the way, this also has about 100 hours of use time without the lights on. My third favorite feature is buttons for customization. For anyone who edits or loves shortcuts, this is key. I immediately mapped the two side buttons to undo and timeline scrub. Again, a productivity hack that makes your workflow smoother. Now the software to do this is functional, but not super polished. And the sensor, while perfectly fine for productivity with up to 10,000 DPI, isn't what competitive gamers are looking for. It's completely fine for most people and without many compromises. I did find if you plug it in via USB-C, it responds even faster. So that brings us back to the main question. At around $30, where are the corners being cut? Well, the sensor isn't a world-class beater, the software is just okay, and the build, while solid, is still plastic. It's not going to feel as premium as a $100 mouse. But I think that's the point. Think of it like a smartphone a few years ago that gave you 90% of a flagship experience for half the price. Well, the software is not as polished, the camera isn't as absolute best, but the core experience is there. That's what this feels like for mice. It nails the fundamentals, and especially for connectivity. So who's this actually for? If you're a user who lives in Logitech's ecosystem and loves their premium software and materials, this probably won't pull you away. But if you're a student or someone who's building a home office on a budget, or a beginner gamer, really anyone who wants a super versatile mouse for everyday use without spending a lot of money, this is a very compelling option.